My vacuum cleaner has suction, but the brush won't spin. It'll spin when I push it by hand, by finger, but when I'm vacuuming, it won't spin. So let's diagnose this. Now, I know from experience that it's probably a broken belt, and the belt's in here, because where else could it be? It's not here, it's not here, it's not here. This is the only place it could be. So how do we get in there? Well, let's take this plate off. Phillips screwdriver. I use my Craftsman 47483 multi-screwdriver. And one. This is the part where most YouTubers would put like a high-speed thing. But I don't do that. I don't edit my videos yet. And am I really formally a YouTuber? Is that how I want to identify myself? So there's a bunch of screws here. The ones off camera. The off-camera screws. My photo studio area. It's a little bit small. It's only 53 inches wide. So you're going to have to kind of bear with me here. So you're taking these screws out, and these are easy because they're just screwed into plastic. These are like coarse plastic Phillips head screws. This is a BISSELL, but it's the same thing on my Hoover. Now, pop this out, and that goes to the side. And look, there's no belt. There's no belt at all. Now, what's the likelihood that there's not going to be any belt at all? Well, it's slim. It's a slim likelihood because usually there's a belt in there. But I already took the belt out because in order to get the right belt, I had to take the old belt and measure it up against the new belt. So there was a belt in here. It's just broken. See? See how broken that is? Now, why did it get broken like that? Probably got burned up because there's too much crap on here. But this isn't that bad. Normally, like what happens is you get all bound up with a bunch of hair. See, it looks like this isn't exactly my vacuum, let's put it that way. Looks like she got caught up on something, like a piece of red plastic or something, and it just caused too much heat, too much friction, and it's kind of burned the thing up. And whatever that thing is, it's long gone now. So you gotta be a little bit careful when you're vacuuming. You can't just run over everything. This is not a shop vac. Anyway, so you get the new belt. I got this one at Lowe's. And luckily for me, this one says it right on there, BISSELL style 7910, and this is BISSELL 7910. So I already opened it at the store, just to make sure it's the same length. Lowe's, Home Depot, they don't mind if you open their packages in the store, as long as you buy it afterwards, or just leave it. Just don't steal it. See, it's the same length, right, roughly. Now, way deep in here, there's like a little spindle that I probably can't show you in this video because I'm not going to move the camera. So you got to get this belt up and around the spindle. See? Now I'm tugging at it. And then you put this thing on the belt. And then you got to make sure these little things are aligned. And this belt's got a lot of tension on it for some reason. Maybe I get it in the wrong spindle. I mean, there's only one spindle. Oh, here's why. Maybe not. So anyway, I'm gonna take this brush and get it back into the little things. And there you go. Now, this is how it's supposed to work. See? But this thing is still stubborn because I got the thing lined up the wrong way. There, now it's in. All right, so we're in. We're in like Flint. I wonder if I dare to try and give you a demonstration of this. All right, this is going to be dumb. Don't ever do this in your life. This is for demonstrational purposes only. Now up here there's a switch. See? See, you turn the switch. And the reason this thing doesn't fly out is because these things are being held in place and there's like little bearings in there. So don't ever in your life, don't you ever in your life, Malcolm X, don't run your vacuum cleaner with this thing open up. But I just want to give you a demonstration of how it works now. So now we put this plastic piece back on, and usually there's going to be like little tabs here, so you got to make sure it's in the tabs. Some of them pop in and you can feel it popping in with like a click. And then you got to go here with your Phillips screwdriver again. And this is just a normal size Phillips screwdriver, but I bought it because for 22 bucks I got Made in USA Craftsman with all these bits. I use this thing every day. Best tool I ever bought, maybe. So now you screw your plate back in, and it helps if you are adept at using a screwdriver, which apparently I'm not. Apparently I'm inept at using a screwdriver. And you probably stopped watching the video by now anyway, because, you know, you don't really need me to show you how to install 8 screws. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 screws. Like, you get it. You already deleted it. You already clicked back on your browser. You know, this is just the, I mean, I gotta do this. I might as well keep recording. It doesn't cost any extra. The SD card. So, there's your finished product. And anybody who vacuums a rug on a regular basis knows that you need this brush to really clean your rug. Because if the brush isn't spinning, you still have suction, and it'll still suck the dirt up, but, well, look at all the dirt spraying. But it won't really clean your rug. So that's how you do that. These belts, this costs $4.99 at Lowe's. I don't endorse Lowe's. I fucking hate Lowe's, but we happen to be in Lowe's. No offense to Lowe's. I mean, I just don't. It doesn't cater to my sensibilities. So I'm sure Lowe's is a fine store. It's just not the store I'd usually go to. But Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, any place has these. You can buy them online, or you could go to your local vacuum cleaner repair store that's been there for 40 years, but you never went in because you're too busy going to the big box stores, you suburban asshole. Anyway, these things cost $5 and 2 belts come in there. So the next time your belt snaps because you run over like a piece of gum or a doggy chew toy or something, you can do what I just did. Take out your 7 screws and put your new belt in. And don't run it until you've got it the right way up and everything's safe. So that's how you replace your belt, and have a nice life.